The military is like a giant ship and it takes a long time to turn, but once it turns, it's full speed ahead. So there's a huge amount of money being spent on this, hiring doctors as fast as they can be hired, counselors, therapists. But two things I think need to happen, one cultural, one in some ways more specific. The cultural one is you need generals at a high rank who are willing to say publicly, by name, I suffered PTSD, I myself was suicidal, I myself had deep depression, I pulled through it, my career didn't end, so you private so-and-so, you lieutenant so-and-so, you can do the same. You're not having that. And the one place in the book where I spoke to people who I could not name were generals I interviewed who told me, basically, even if they didn't use the phrase, that they had PTSD, they had depression. I said to them, well, let me use your story, let me use your name, that will carry tremendous weight. And they said no. So these were men at the highest possible level of their career, and they were not willing to share their story publicly by name. There are only a few who did, 3 or 4 in total. The other one, and this will seem small but isn't, the vast bulk of suicides in the military are handguns. That's true in the country as well, but the vast, vast, vast bulk. There are ways of making it harder to get a gun. We as a culture, we don't want to do that. That's something that in the civilian world is a problem, in the military world is a problem. You need to make it harder for a person in that very dark moment who says, it's over, I need to take my own life, it's too dark. You have to make it harder for them to do so. And you have to make them believe that others have gone through what they're going through. Others have lived through it and haven't made that choice. Until you do those two things, I fear these numbers will either continue to rise or at a minimum remain at a level that is nightmarish for those of us who care about the military, for those of us who care about those who serve.